And roll 'em. Sounds like a repeat of the first one I did on Logitech for an hour. Kept you there a whole hour. I need a shave. Oh, I'm okay. Can't take any more off anyways. When you're done, you're done. Down to the skin. Skin and a bone. Down on Gaia. No wonder all those numerologists in the world are the way they are. They can harmonize a whole lot more, especially when they learn to connect, how they connect, when they connect, what they connect to. Let's just get two butterflies and connect direct. Two butterflies, almost the same way they refuel the planes in the sky. One short stretch away without using my hands. Has anybody seen Grandma Beverly Hillbillies? See my coffee in there? All right, here's my coffee in there. Look. That's not hot chocolate, that's coffee. Here's what I want to start with. Let's start with the dice. Now I know this video is uploading. Can I put this thing over here and put it to the video? And what does it say? Stop recording. But what if I want to start? They only tell you half. They don't want you to think about anything else. You're stopping. Okay, so what we have is a dice. On every side we have a 6 and we have a 1, we have a 5, we have a 2, we have a 4, we have a 3. In which this company called S&G, okay, S19, G7, and the sign they use to connect the two sides is from the 7 key. So it's 1977 on Mason Street. An old friend of yours named Roy. What was his name again? Friend of your grandfather's from 1973. But 1977 is a little bit different. Okay, something happened in 77. I don't know what it is. Something about 77. Well, anyways, S and G are those numbers. Its address is 34, which is part of 77. 0, 0 equals 6, 3, 4, 6. How do you want to do it? 24 times 3 is 72 degrees. Every 5 minutes in one day, you have a whole day, you go around 360 degrees. I was thinking of something of 7, 6, and 4, and I got this in my back pocket, okay? And I want to show you something about 7, 6, and 4. 7, 6, and 4, okay, where is it? I'm going to look for it. It's not here. 7, 6, and 4 is not here. 7, 6, and 4 is not here. I'm not finding 7, 6, and 4. Okay? What I do want to tell you is that in 7, 6, and 4, okay, is the word God. 7, 6, and 4 is God. Well, the sixth letter, okay, the sixth letter is an O. The fifth letter can be an H. It can be an E. Okay, but whatever it is, 6 equals to 52, which is man, which is earth, which is 107. 5 and 2 equals 7. 6 equals 6. 6 takes away 2 is 4. 6 minus 2, 5 plus 2, 7, 6, 4. Okay, inside of God. This is the letter E. It's also used for other numbers in Chaldean, but that's not what I wanted to write. 7, 6, and 4 are the letters for God. 7 times 6 is 42. By 4 is 168. Okay? Now, I know that number is a live number, and I can't explain it to everybody else. Another thing I wanted to show about Chaldean is one of the things Chaldean might not be is that if it only goes to 8, maybe the ace is not included. Maybe the 5 and 3 is not included. Also saying ace. Okay, why? Because inside the 5 and the 3 is its own 8. Inside the 5 and the 3 is an ace dot position number 5. So let's just get rid of 1, 3, and 5, and all we have is 2, 4, okay, and 6, and then we have 8. 4 and 4 will make 8. 6 and 2 will make 8. what's so special about 8 is, wow, I didn't know I did this here first, eh? 9 plus 8 is 17. Do you notice that what happened when I went to 98? I was at 9 and 8 to begin because I wanted to do everything with 8 and 9 to begin with. I wanted to do the highest 8, and then I put 8 to every single number. So 9 and 8 is 17. 9 times 8 would have been 72 over here. This comes in between 1 and 8. Okay? 17 and 72 is 89 again. 71 and 72 is AC/DC power because 1 and 2, I have to explain to you how 1 and 2 work. In between here, 1 and 2 is this side and this side. Let's use it as 12. 12 minus 89 is 77. 12 plus 89 is 101. The difference is 34, the 3 and 4 that is missing from the creation of the sun. Then on the bottom, we do it again. 21 minus 89 is 68. 21 plus 89 is 110 stories of the twin towers of the mind of man at the creation of the Christ and the 101 Dalmatians in the world of 4 and 3, which is the prism and the sandbox of Mars, 3 and 4, Earth and Mars, also known inside of Loshu as number 3, Earth and Venus, and number 3, Earth and Mars connected together as one. Okay. Also at the same time, 1 and 2 will equal to 56, which is a connection to number 3 and a connection to number 7. Why is it like that? What was the question? Because 5 and 6 both equal to 77. You want to go to the 10 world, you get 89. You want to go to the 13 world? Well, just add 3 here and add 2 here. That's your backdoor 32. Okay? 32 and 77 is 109. And we're going to see if we can pick that up a little bit later as we go over here. 28, 38, 48, 58, 68, 78, 88, and 98. 9 plus 8 is 17. 1 and 7 is 8. Okay? 2 times 8 is 16. 2 plus 8 is 10, 26. 2 and 6 is 8. 3 times 8 is 24. 3 and 8 is 11. 3 and 5 is 8. 48. 4 by 8 is 32. 4 plus 8 is 12. 12 and 32 is 44. This number, okay, I'm going to tell you after. Then we get 58, which is 5 by 8 is 40. 5 plus 8 is 13. In Chaldean, the H is number 5, as the E is number 5, but in regular numbers, the H is number 8. 5 times 8, 5 plus 8 equals 40 and 13. 5 times 5, that it was reverted to. 5 plus 5 will equal 10. And 25 is 35. This is 53. 5 and 5 is 35. So the reverse of H with FG and H as an 8, 3, and 5 brings 8 and 5 spirit matrix of the angels. 48. 48 is space. 48 of the woman, Q and U, how you connect the balls to time, heaven, the one spirit of the angel birth. 1 and 8 brings Mars over to Neptune, but has only 1 Mercury within inside of it, because that's the way it works out in low shu. Okay? At the same time, we have 68. 68 is man of his own mind. The 7th gate is in between because the 7th gate is in between. It's in between 6 and 6 because it's only 6 and 6. You have to understand there's 2 sides in the center. Here we get 6 and 8 is 14. At the same time, did we have any other 14s? No. We had a 17. We had a 16. We had an 11. We had a 12. Here we had 16 again, a 15, a 14. Okay? But there's certain numbers we don't have. If you notice, we don't have a number. There's a number missing. Okay? 4 and 8 is 12. 5 and 8 is 13. 6 and 8 is 14. So anyways, whatever, regardless of the number, I don't want to run out of this video. 7 times 8 is 56. 7 plus 8 is 15. But you did notice over here in 68, right? 6 times 8 is 48. Recreates 48. Does any other number do that? No. No other number repeats a number inside its own multiplication but 6 by 8. 6 and 8 is 14. Has any number duplicated that 14? No, no other number duplicated that 14. 8 times 8 is 64. Bring on the chess game, bring on the light. Equals 80. 0 equals 6, make it 86. 6, instead of being 6, it can be 0 equals 15. 1 times 5, 1 plus 5 equals 11. 11 plus 8 equals 19. 109, 19. What is this 23 over here? I'm not really sure. I don't remember. This will create your double X, or let's say your double hex. And one of the reasons maybe for a double hex is because of two sides, how they take a star, okay, and the reason for the star is you move it. Here's the star, here's the system, you move it, you move it, you move it, you move it, and now you can't get it out. You can't get it out. It won't get out. You now put the star system together and you can't get it out. Because it's so precise that the minute anything is off kilter, boom, it's a lock. Are you listening to the music? All right. Okay, so now let me finish. Now, if you noticed, everything I multiplied here by 8 or added by 8 always came out to 8. 7 and 1 is 8. 6 and 2 is 8. 5 and 3 is 8. 7 and 1 is 8. 7 and 1 is 8. If you notice, this one, okay, 72 and 17 is 89. It comes back out to an 8. But 9 and 8 is 17, 1 and 7 is 8. So everything becomes 8 again. 365 days in the year. 3 by 6 is 18, by 5 is 90. 90 becomes 96 again. Why does 90 become 96? Because of the 0, or it becomes the 11 and makes it 20 in the 20 world. 365 days. Now, 7, 6, 5, and 3, 5, 6. 121, 11, 11. 7 and 3 together. Sator, 1. O is the 15th. A is the 1st. E is the 5th. A and O equals 1 and 5. Not only that, it's A, E, and O, 1 and 5. And when you add A, E, and O, it creates the U. Not only with that, if we want, like you were doing, Jen, you can go and do this in low shoe if you want. I mean, I know you don't like that one, but anyways, you can go and do this in putting these vowels, like exchanging the 1 area, take the 1 area and call it the D. So then you would get everything in D. So A would be replaced by D. This one over, then T would be replaced in the 2 area, which is with an I. So you'd have, instead of AT, you'd have ID. What am I doing? I'm replacing the numbers with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. With 4, 9, 2, 3, 5, 7, 8, 1, 6. That's what I'm doing. Just a system, that's all. So we saw what 8 did. Another thing, like, yeah, there was this place, I did that thing over there. This is what low shoe does. Low shoe comes in. Okay, no, the fixed numbers, excuse me, not low shoe, but the fixed numbers, A, E, and I are right here, fixed. Now here's one velociraptor goes here, one velociraptor goes here. They put the thing together. Everybody knows there's 26 letters in the alphabet, but when we add, we go from 26 to 28. They couldn't take away the whole. The whole took up space. Doesn't matter what's in the center, it took up space, there's 27. Sometimes Y is always Y. I'm not really sure where I'm going with any of this. My last video did not upload. 7, 10, and 13 are all found on the left side of your numbers, okay, in which 7, okay, or 10, sorry, in which when you say 10 or Satan, that means the 0 automatically comes an 11, if you want, to its lowest denominator, and then you end up with the 1, because it's 10. So you have 1 plus 11 equals 12. 1 and 2 equals 3. 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 equals 5. So we started off with 10, with 7, 10, and 7. We ended up with 5. Now, in all reality, that 0 of the O0 relationship is valued at 6, plus the original 1 of the 10 makes it a total of 7. So it's 7 and 5 in the same area, which is part of the Mug and David stop sign, as the tic-tac-toe goes in the center of the Mug and David. of the stop sign. Woman, 366. 322s, the skull bones. 322s is 366 if you really want to look at it. Ask me that question, why? Because 3 times 22 is 66. So then you can go 3 times 66 is something else. You're just making the number bigger to come up to a word that's bigger. 55 and 85 both come up to 3553. 13 in the word, 7 by 4 creates 28. To the time heaven in the pound, 7 by 4 is 28. Number 28 inside the, and 9 by 3 is 27. The only way to get this was with INR. Those are two exact numbers that come from the 9 family, INR. And then you got space for teen. So if you actually add it up, you get 99 for 13. 28, 55, 99. 28 and 27 is 55, 65, 75, 85, 99. 13 is 99, as well as 1 and 3 inside 13. 1 and 3 and 13 is 7 and 2. So 7 and 2 brown, 2 and 7 red, 1 and 3 AC power, which also creates the B, because I believe these wires, the B that does this, has to do with wiring of some sort. So you end up with 2 and 7, so you end up with 9. So when we first mentioned 13, 13 brings you to 9. 13 and 9 is 22. 13 minus 9 is 4. 22 and both 4 are both in the D family. Also the M family, DMV, all come together. So you bring DMV all together is 4 and 13 and 22. You have 39, and that'd be 3 worlds of 13, which is AC, 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 AC power to DC. Is that the way we hook up? Area 3, 6, and 9. Did I do Taurus, Rotus, Taurus? I'm not sure what I did. I'm not sure what I did. I'm going to jump out with this. This is the 10 Commandments. It's also 2-letter J's. Okay. There's 5 and 5 on each side. There's more to this story. Just like there's more. If they say 10 and they say 10 and they say 10, why are we saying 10? What is 10? 10 is not the interruptive world in the middle, the receptive world. What is 10? Do you see this? Do you know what this is? This is the Cadillac sign. You know what this is? This is the hat that the king and the jack wears. This is the diamond light. This is part of the dog pound. I don't know how I brought that in here, but the 764 brought me 168 and 17. 7 times 6 is 42, times 4 is 168. 168 plus 17 is 185. Matrix speed of 58, which brings back the letter H, which means that the matrix must be run by Chaldean. Again, that number. See, the Jack's hat, Cadillac Jack, Cadillac Ranch, 619. You know what's funny about this? That 719 from S&G just showed up this morning on my plate from Mason City. That's right. What would you say if somebody was off of 1st and 2nd Street from the Masons? What would that actually mean? 1st and 2nd Street from the Masons. That's where my grandfather grew up. It's a street I drive down just about almost every second day. Mason, the Mayflower, the Mayans, anything to do belongs to the Mayans. It's all theirs and only theirs, nobody else. Anybody ever does anything inside the month of May, they're going to get hurt. What really happens inside the month of May? So anyways, this is, again, I'm going to do Rotus. You see, I have to do, this is 12 months of the year. I could put a coin here. I could put a coin here. I could put a coin here. The coins in Hebrew have to stay away from certain things. They're not allowed to be there. You can't see what we're doing with all the coins. We put a coin here, we put a coin here, we put a coin here, and what happens? We connect all the months together with different kinds of bets. W, double V. V in French says W, says double again. Well, this looks like the tombstones to me, the double tombstones, equaling to 7218, which is 90 or 96. J and J. We did look at this, right? This is Sator Rotas over here, but I squeezed the numbers together. Did you see over here what happens in a tie? Everything counts up to number 19, but number 19 is the first on the second side, just like the 9 ball is the first on the second side. The first stripe you get is 9. The last solid you get is 8. The reason why I'm running an 18, because you're always hitting it with the cue ball, okay? So why I say 9 is because we go from 9, we end up going to number 15 in pool. We go to 9 because the first 18 of 9 and 9, the first 18 of 6, 6, and 6, the first 18 of 9 by 2, A and H, which is the first 18, plus 1 equals 19. So we reconnect to the second side of the board with the 9 card, the life. It's a striped ball. The 8 ball is just between it. It takes both worlds. So instead of having 1 and 8, you now have 1 and 7. So now your 1 and 7 is because of the dot that comes on the 6 dice and the 1 dice that create that 7 dice. It's a connected world. It's a tied world. If you take off the tie, you take away the 1 and the 6. Well, you got something on one side and you got something on the other side, but you ain't going around in a circle, so you're not connecting together again. Rotas is to turn around and rotate us. We are being rotated like chickens and eggs, growing old in a land that we keep grinding and work harder and harder for somebody else. As the world gets rich, every single man, not one of them can keep up in society and have what he wants. That 273 is 3 times 91, which is 13 times 7. That 2 and 3 can be said as any which way you want. 9 by 13, 3 by 19 equals 57. I do not know which way to go. What is the 1, 2, 3 all about? Well, 1 and 8 is 9. 1 and 7 is 8. 2 and 8 is 10. And 3 and 9 is 12, which 1 and 2 is 3. These are explanations of how and why numbers and letters go together, is why I come here to do things. But I don't know the answer right now. Horses, standard bred horses and thoroughbred. 1 is red. 2 is white or blue. 3 is blue or white. 4 is yellow and green. 5 is green and black. 6 is black and yellow. 7 is pink and orange. 8 is pink and gray. 9 is turquoise. 9 is turquoise, and you're sitting on top of the horse, riding the horse. And the 9 is purple. It's standard bred where you're behind. And then back on the horse again, you're purple. 9 and 10 are turquoise and purple. Red and blue are in standard bred when you're from behind. The electricity of some sort. Everybody knows how Rubik's Cube goes, right? See this? 4 in the middle and 4 on the outside, top and the bottom. You actually have this on 6 sides, but it only really exists on 2 sides on Rubik's Cube. See this side? But it's this side, this side. So you have 6 sides with the actual same possible combination. Okay, so you have 6 times 4 is 24 of each. You have 48. Plus the center, where you said you have 8. And now you have 6 because of the spindles that move in the center. We didn't talk about basketball, did we? The 3-point shot. Let me see what else I got in here. There's so much. And I don't even want to do a long video. This thing over here makes 24 hours. If you take this and I put it behind my neck on the talus and I go all the way around my neck, how many days will it make for me? It only has to make me 4 days left and 4 days right. I'm one walking in the center. So if there's actually 3 days, I'm on Wednesday. I go left and right 3 days, and I make my own 7 days by my feet that move me forward, or my mind, whichever way you want to look at it. 15-degree movements in a 24-hour day equals to what? You have 24 hours in a day, you move 15 degrees. So do you move 20 times? You move 24 times 15 degrees equals your day. In a 12 hours, it's 30 degrees. 30 eggs inside a farmer's dozen, which is 2.5 dozen. So this is the one we need. And we need it on 2 sides, so we need 5 dozen eggs. How many come in a case? We probably need 2 cases. We're not showing up alone. Did I show you the beginning of this? USA, Universal Soldier Spirit Angel. USSA, AUSS. I is we, American soldiers. Okay? Humans, soul, solid, stripe, what do you want to call it? I don't know. Neptune. This is definitely not even close to how good my first video was. Again, back to 7, 10, and 13. They're all played from the spirit angle. 3, 6, and 9 are not in it. How do we bring the 7 worlds? How do we bring the 10 world? How do we bring them together? Is one of my questions, and I probably have the answer somewhere. Not only that, okay, there's more to this. When we multiply everything by 3, and everything will end up equaling to 3, 6, or 9. We can't forget about 7 Up, and you can't forget about Hell. When did Hell first come out in the books? And you can't forget about the Mutt, the dog, the Mutt, Hell Mutt. Okay, the Arch, the H, and reverse the E in front and say each, because H is 8 and it divides 2 sides. The Torah is the bull. The Torah is Red Bull. It's the Red Bull Torah. What we can do with 13, we can turn it into the orange pool ball. What about the word luck? How do you like that? The word luck works exactly into numbers. Why? 3, 2, 1, 3, 2. You have 6 and 4 with the 1 in the center. Luck. We only get to use 1, 2, and 3 because if you use 4, your reverse of 4, the minimum is 41 and 14. But 41 and 14 are used right here. The 14th area in here, 27 areas later into the next Rubik's Cube, okay, is the center again. 14 and 27 later equals 41, and it's also the size of your Monopoly, so maybe this is where Go goes. Okay, so we have 14. We start at minus 14 because of the dice on its side is 7 Up and 2 7s on the side in which they pair up as 7. So they're not 14. It's 7 on the side and 7 Up. It's actually 0. Why? Because this 6 and 1 and this 6 and 1 are 7 together, and this 3 here and this 4 here are 7 together. So we don't have to use them, okay? So we have 6 and 1 up, and the 7s are all around. Let's just say 7 up. Means 7 around the side and 7 up. So it's 7 up. Because like I said, they're reflecting on each other. They're reflecting on each other. They're reflecting on each other. So this one is a 7 altogether. This one is a 7 altogether is 14. This one's a 7. Take one of their 7s away because one of their 7s is going into this 7. So one of their 7s is gone. So this one can become a 14, and this can become a 14 for your 28. You understand? Because this is not going into each other. It's going up. The sunlight. We got to light this up. Forget about 6 ever getting lit. Forget about number 1 even existing. Forget about any of these ones. The only actual one that you have is the 4. This 4 will end up creating light for 2. Light, 4 lights 2, 4 lights 2. I turn 4, 1, 2 stay still. Why? Because 6 is up, you're not moving it. 4 is over here where 2 are duplicated, in which 1 is in the center, and it's the same hole. You only get to use the hole once. What comes out of one hole, what a mixture is, I don't know. How do I know? How do I know? What's next? What's next? What's upside down? What's missing? Oh, the extension of how you can create. I wanted to see if we can do this. I don't know if you can see that, right? Okay, now I'm going to move it over. Okay, this is a design I made. There's a diamond here. There's a diamond here. There's an L or a V here. You have the M or W here and the V here. His legs are standing on this side and this side to stand on the stand. So you get a WV. It's actually whatever you want it to be. So I can put something here. And if you looked, I have a space here. But I have to explain one thing, that there's a square here. I can leave it open. I created the Magen David. There's a Magen David here. There's a Magen David here. There's an empty space that's built by the arms reaching here. Here's your sigma, okay, inside Greek. Here's your other one. At the same time, you see the way it creates the cup? At the same time, you see the way it creates the 7 or the V? Okay, so this is the question of where our 7s come from. Raphael, 7286, and a constellation of Pegasus, all mixed up and so much to do. I will tell you one thing. There's tons of coincidence happening lately. Tons. Thank you for watching.